Hey everybody, it's Mindgamer. We've had some talk on our chats lately about what percentage should I risk trying to make a part, and should I go for it? Is it worth it? I wanted to share what I do. Maybe it'll help somebody else who's trying to make a decision. Having a game plan, it sure does help rather than going about it randomly. So here is mine, and maybe it'll help somebody. Right now I'm in the middle of making phantom parts. Just super basics here. We've got 6 different total parts that we can make. Now the materials that we make it with are 4 different materials. You can see I'm only making one material type, and that's the fiberglass. Need to actually refill that. And we often refer to this part that takes the longest to create, the hard part. So 9 hours, 25 minutes. I'm not even sure what the others are because I never make them. 3 hours and 8 minutes for me. I'm only on level 22 for my parts factory. So if you're more, it could be less or will be less. So the hard parts, that's kind of what I'm going to be referring to here. And that is going to be our kicker whenever we're talking about making these parts. So my game plan was that I would go in and I would buy them from the store. If you wanted to buy green, if you wanted to buy purple, they're both right there. And then some people choose to use their speed ups through the parts factory. Hey, that's cool. You still got to come up with the other easy to make parts. So I buy them. Whenever I buy them, I get plenty of these easy to get parts. Like here, you can see I've got 95 of these guys, a ton of it. So the top 2, the suspension and the tires, they only take easy parts. The armor and the weapon, the middle 2, they take one of the hard parts. There's one, and there's one for the hard parts. Now, the bottom 2, here's the kicker. The engine and the central control system, they both take 3 of the hardest parts and 1 of the easy parts. Go away. All right, there we go. 1 of the easy parts. So my goal is to take one of the middle parts, and it's normally the armor, because the armor takes an assorted amount of parts to make. It takes the other 3. It takes 1 glue and then 1, there's the glue, and then 1 rubber and then 1 of the screws. And the AA gun takes 2 of the super glues. So I normally don't do this with the AA gun. I normally do this with the armor. Here's kind of how it goes. Sorry, the sun's shining in my eyes. Whenever I've got my gold percentage at 70%, then I'll go ahead and make it. So looking like, no, not that. Yeah, looking like this. This is where I'll go ahead and normally make the armor. We got it at 73.2%. You can see that right there. So I did fail recently. And it's that guy right there. Got 1 orange part, but I have succeeded recently. And I've got 4 total armor that are gold. So what I'm going to do, now that I've got these, I'm going to unequip. I'm going to unequip 3 of them. I'm going to break them down because now I'll get, even though I did not use all gold to make these, the hard part was orange. I'm going to break these down to where I'll get each of these materials as gold, including the hard to make part. So split, yes. Split, yes. Split, yes. All right, now here's the fun part. Back in here, I still need the central control system. So now, whenever I go in here, gold, 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 and 100%. Don't mess around on the hard one. Oh, and don't risk it with the easy part not at gold. That's just silly. Because if you miss it and you get orange, all of the materials, if you split it, are orange. You don't get back what you started with. So since I'm at 100%, we're going to go for it, craft, and I'm lazy or patient, however you want to look at it. I don't speed up with diamonds. I'd quickly run out of diamonds anyway if I did that. I'd hit a wall. So that's how I do it. And so right now, for my second APC where I've got these parts, of course I do have one of these guys on something. So we're going to unequip and then equip it on this one. So I've got this right here. And then pretty soon I'll have my, well, there's an open shift at work. Pretty soon I'll have my central control system right there. Now whenever I go back and I'm ready to make my next part, Phantom, these parts are the easy parts. So I've bought these chests in such quantity that I'm going to have 100% on these just because of the amount that I've got. There's 100% already set up. I was already set up on that one too, just because I've got so many of them. So I'm actually making 2 sets of the Phantom parts, so that's why I've got such huge quantity. But anyway, that'll give me all 6 parts, all gold for Phantom set. So that's kind of my plan. Hopefully that helps somebody else.